Was that a tough thing to do for you? Because when you kind of exploded on into the music industry, you were heralded as the savior of blues. Yeah, I think Rolling Stone called you the chosen one. Was that enjoyable in a sense then?
Mm, it was enjoyable because there's a buzz and people are excited. Mm-hmm. But then you know, there's also that pressure, which can be both stressful and inspiring, depending on the day and my mood, you know. But all in all, it's great. I mean, I've always wanted to play music and break out of my hometown and be able to run around and go see the world and make noise, you know. So people are gonna say things, and if they expect good things, you know, and believe that you can do good things, then I just kind of take it on myself to show up, you know, step my game up every day.
But in that sense, you mentioned pressure and also external factors trying to kind of have a say in what you do. So is it difficult to navigate through that and to keep your own stamp on it, so to say?
It was in the beginning, just because it was so new and new energy and new people and you know, things like that. But yeah, it was definitely like moments where I questioned what I was doing and why I was doing it. But you know, I'm 31 years old now. I ain't got time to play games. It's like I know what I want, and I think I know how to go about doing it. And just doing me and not questioning anything is it's easier that way. It feels good. I feel like it's the right thing to do.
So when it came to making the record, did you already have an idea in mind of what it would be, or did you have already songs from the Black and Blue period left over?
Nah, there was nothing really like hanging over from Black and Blue. Can't Sleep is the only song that's been following me around for a while. And just haven't gotten it recorded right, nor had the time to do it. But everything else just happened in the last few years of, on the journey since 2011. So a broader perspective of life, a better understanding of how the world works, how people work, you know.
What was the first song that you kind of finished that ended up on the album?
The first song that I finished, oh man.
Or maybe started, that might be easier.
The first song that I started was Grinder, and that just started on me just seeing the drum kit in the studio and just getting behind it and banging around. So yeah, I kind of had an idea in my head. I was just walking around going, boom, 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 boom. So I just got on the drums and knocked it out. So that was the, funny, that was the first one that I laid down, but that was the last one that I laid vocals on.
How come?
Because nothing really came right away, and I don't like to force the lyrics, you know. So if it sticks, it sticks, and that one took a little bit more time to feel solid. Yeah, that's kind of how a lot of them went. I mean, Church was one of the ones that just happened. I just sat down and started playing and singing and cut it, and that became the record. Yeah.
Were you already thinking before writing those songs that you wanted to play those drums yourself? You wanted to play those bass lines yourself?
Yeah, I already had it in my mind that that's what I wanted to do, and I had this, I just kind of had this itch to just go see if I could, what I was capable of,
right.
You know, and I've been in, you know, situations in the studio, recording, you know, the last album and things before that, where it was, you know, it was the band on the floor and cutting, you know, and doing takes and all that, which is great, and I love it. But the way that I began recording music and writing songs was just kind of figuring it out on my own and, you know, collecting gear and learning how to, you know, use multi-track and layer parts over, you know, layer my own parts just so I could, just because I wanted to hear it back. And, you know, at the time, my sister was playing drums. She kind of quit playing drums. My cousin played bass, and then kind of went on and did his own thing. And my older sister was playing piano, but not really into what I was trying to do. And so I just spent a lot of time by myself, you know, figuring it out. And so that was just kind of like my comfort zone, I guess.
Well, was it in a sense then, you already touched upon it, but a reaction to how it went with previous albums or previous recordings, that you kind of wanted your own to have it really close to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to like reel it all back in, you know. It's been crazy, wild few years, and I just really wanted to just bring it home. And I missed being on the road and playing shows every night or whatever. It becomes more about performing and less about the creative process, and I kind of need that. Like people need to eat, you know. Like I need that. Otherwise, I get like kind of grumpy or can become in a bad mood if I don't have that time to just go off and release that. So that's really all that is, you know. And inspired by people like Stevie Wonder and Prince, who can, you know, who can express themselves fully through music, you know, and use every single tool and like brush to complete their vision. So I love it. It's something I've always wanted to be a part of too, you know, before I started playing guitar and, you know, getting into blues and being called the whatever people call, you know, that whole thing. So.
And is there then a song on the record where that kind of sticks out for you, where you feel you have kind of maximized your expression? You know?
Yeah, I think the song "Down to Ride" is one, and I also think "The Healing" is one that I felt like, you know, I was taking little bits and pieces of everything that I've learned from and love, and, you know, putting it out in my own way. You know, those are songs that I'm really proud of. I mean, I like the whole thing. I just got to do me, you know, it was fun.
And am I right in saying, because this is in the Bible, but I'm not always sure if it's true or not, so that you focused more on the songwriting, that you didn't want to, again, about those expectations, not just to be the guitar hero, or that you kind of wanted to put more emphasis on the songs?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's to have that kind of expectation, you know, and, you know, having conversations with people, and it's like, you know, what's the guitar solo gonna sound like, and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it's kind of a little bit uninspiring, you know, to be expected to do one thing. And so when I would go in to play a guitar solo, it was less about expression and more about, like, you know, impressing people, which kind of turned me off from it. It was like, I'm just not even going to think about that. I'm just going to think about, you know, creating songs and expressing myself in a way that feels honest and not forced or pushed or inspired by somebody else's opinion or expectation. So I was just like, you know, just let me do me and get it off, you know. And I can play guitar, I can bust into a loud, wild, crazy solo, but, you know, so I'm gonna keep making records, so you never can tell what might happen, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think my time's up, so
really?
Thank you very much for your time.
All right, I hope you got enough. I tend to ramble on.
No, that's fine. That's
keep
fine.
talking.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.